Hey everybody, I'm getting ready for another book review, and I thought I would take a minute because I don't want to show you everything I'm eating and drinking while I'm doing my book reviews, but tonight felt like a good opportunity to share something with you. Many of you know that I am a huge advocate and supporter of anything rescue dogs. I have a beautiful rescue. Patsy, she was a death row doggie in South Carolina. I was able to adopt her right before everything was shut down. So she is truly a blessing in my life, and she has brought me so much peace and helped me overcome a lot of my anxieties. So with that, and I get nothing from this organization, but I thought I would share it with you because I'm having a bottle of wine tonight while I do my book reviews. One Hope is a wine company that contributes proceeds from the sale of all of its wine to different causes and organizations that have great meanings and great purpose. And it just so happens that tonight's bottle of Pinot Grigio is going to help fund a pet adoption so every animal can find a loving home. And I just thought that was worth sharing. So holiday season, if you guys are looking to give the gift that gives back, or gives again, perhaps One Hope wine. And I believe on the website you can look through the wines and select by cause which wine you want to purchase. So, cheers. Hey book nerds, it's Gina, and I owe you 2 book reviews tonight. So let's get going. Bird by Bird by Anne Lamott. This is a really well-written book. National bestseller. Her father is also an author. What I love about this book is if you are someone who has said, I'm going to write a book one day. I have a story to tell. I want to write a book. My life is a story that needs to be told. This is a great place to start. What she's done is she breaks the book down into sections. So let me read what I wrote. Writing, characters, plot design, writing groups, writer's block. It's a very practical instruction and wonderfully scattered throughout that textbook style is her life story. And it is so interesting and fascinating. And her perspective and her up and coming of being a national best-selling author is just a wonderful journey that you get to experience while you can take away some of her teachings and learnings on how to be a writer. I give this 4 bookmarks, and I would suggest passing it on because it is going to hit different depending on your life story and the perspective of the world that you have in thinking about writing your own book. So 4 bookmarks for Anne Lamott, Bird by Bird. Really enjoyable read. All right. Michael Lewis, The Undoing Project. This is an intellectual psychology of numbers. If you are a numbers junkie, and by numbers junkie, I mean the analysis, what's going on in the world today, be it the election, be it the pandemic, even with social media. I did see a few comments. Folks have seen this book in my stack. If you have been considering reading this, do it. I'm only halfway through. I'm going to give it 4.5 bookmarks. It was given to me as a gift because the person reading it knew I would love it. And I think you guys would too. If you've been poking around thinking this is one you should get, you should definitely start reading it today. It will open your mind to different ideas and ideals, and I know that you will appreciate that. So Michael Lewis, The Undoing Project. All right, guys, I want to announce my next stack of books. You will notice in my post that I have 2 books that I carried over. I just ran out of time. One of them is The Side Hustle, From Idea to Income in 21 Days. I think a lot of us have heard the word side hustle a bunch lately, so this goes out to you guys. Angela Duckworth, Grit. I've heard some buzzing in my comments about this one. I have not read it yet. I am super excited to read it, and I think all of my women friends who are following along, I think this is a good one to grab. A couple other ones that I added to the list. Brain on Fire. This is the author and the subject. It is her story. It is a breakdown and a comeback from mental illness. I just love the vulnerability and the way she exposes herself, and she gives us an inside view of the struggle that she went through. So definitely add that to the list. The new Jim Crow. I picked this up on my tour in Alcatraz. If you guys haven't been, I know, you got to get there at some point. Add it to your book list. It's an amazing experience going to Alcatraz. But the bookshop after the end of your tour, that was my most favorite part, of course. Milk and Honey, Rupi Kaur. My poet friends, I think I need to do another reading here. This is an amazing story in poetry, and I might shed a tear or two, because I know I did when I read this the first time. So let me put a teaser out for another poetry reading for you. I'm going to share something personal with you guys. It is book related, but I'm going to let you in on a little insight into Gina as well. Have you guys ever seen the the honor system used book things? Give a book, take a book. There's actually a place near my folks' house where they installed on the corner of this little development. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. It's this little, house structure, kind of like an oversized birdhouse on a post, and there's books in it. Well, my dentist has one, and I happen to be at my dentist this week. Yeah. So I'm in my dentist's office, and I made this broad ask of the universe earlier in the day, and I happened to look over at the give a book, take a book shelf, and there's this book, and it was as if the book hit me in the head and said, Gina, this is for you. So I grabbed it as if somebody else was going to take it before me. Luckily, nobody else was around to witness. So, yeah. I think this was the answer from the universe. So I'm just going to put this out there. It may be a future book review, or it may be a giveaway. So stay tuned for that. But if you guys ever see those community honor system, give a book, take a book, I invite you to take advantage of them. I think it's a really cool tradition, way of staying connected, letting books recycle and bringing life into our life. And if you have it to give, then go ahead and give back. But if you find one that speaks to you and you need to take it. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time. Keep reading.